Hello, how are you? Just a second, I did a small mistake. Yes, how are you going? Yes, this is the session mainly. If you ever wonder, if you ever wonder that I don't like what I'm doing, but I'm just doing for the sake of doing. I don't like what I'm doing. Just I started doing something, but I don't like what I'm doing. But I'm doing for the just for the sake of doing. The reason because I'm so committed towards it, and I'm locked, and now. I can feel that I'm stuck towards what I'm doing, but I couldn't able to get out because I'm doing for the sake of doing. If you ever feel that in such a way, this is the live session for you. Yes, I'm Maddie here from Pioneer Prosperity Movement. If you have not yet subscribed for this, subscribe it below. And also, very soon, I'm going to release one of my podcasts in the name of Pioneer Prosperity Movement Podcast, so that you will be notified if there is any new podcast or if there is new live or any videos that will be released related to the business, related to how to live a prosperous life. So get notified by just like and subscribe below. So yes, getting back, as I said, I am Maddie here because the main reason why I jumped on to this live session is I always go for a live in one of my Facebook and also in Instagram, but today I am here in the YouTube as well. That for the past nearly 23 years, as a physiotherapist, yes, of course, I love being a physiotherapist. Yes, I started worked as a physiotherapist for the past 23 years in different countries across the globe. I started the profession as a full passion. But just behind that, there's one other story I would like to say to you that when I started to uh, start studying in the university, I really love to be as a software engineer. But because of the compulsion, I would say, because of my father, yeah, of course, I'm not here to be complaining as a complaining statement, but unfortunately it happened. But because of my father's compulsion, that I was forced to enroll myself into the healthcare. So as a physiotherapist, yes, I did my physiotherapy in the bachelor, and then afterwards I started and then I got a little bit of passion towards it as well. It means I changed my view because since I got forced into me, all right, I started loving it. And then I just got one of the knots which really love that in the physiotherapy field, as those who are physiotherapists can understand this, that's called as biomechanics, mechanics of the body. And then that's how, yeah, I still pumping up my body as well. Yes. Then afterwards, I went and did my masters as well. And then so much of passion towards physiotherapy, and then started practicing physiotherapist as a physiotherapist in different countries across the globe for the past 23 years. But at the same time, even though I love being a physiotherapist, as years goes and goes and goes and goes, then I started to feel myself, is it me serving the profession or the profession serving me? Why I'm asking this question? Because now I have my family. The main reason why we are doing all this kind of job or the profession is nothing but to feed myself and also ourselves and also the family, right? So the question here is, why I asked is the question because when I was being practicing as a physiotherapist for the past nearly 23 years in different countries across the globe, is it the profession serving me or me serving the profession all the time? Because in the past 23 years, year after year, my time which I'm spending in the physiotherapy profession got gradually increased from 38 hours to 50 to 60 hours. And then I started feeling that I'm getting stuck. I'm getting stuck with time limits. It means that all the time I'm being busy doing a job in the profession, but not spending the time for myself, and also not spending the time for my passion, and also not spending the time with my family. So in that case, it came to a big question that what am I doing here? And also after I started feeling that I'm getting stuck at certain phase, and I'm still living not the life of what I'm really intend to live, a dreamful life. And even after 23 years of practice, and still I couldn't able to achieve the life of freedom in terms of time, location, and finance. If I can't achieve, if I can't achieve that freedom of life in the past 23 years, will I be, it came to a big question inside me, will I be in a position to achieve that in 10 years time or in 20 years time? When I asked that question within me, I couldn't able to answer that. The reason because I did my bachelor's, I did my master's, and did my part of my specialization as well. And when I was asking for a bit more level of pay rise, then I was asked to read furthermore. Then it came to a point that how long it's going to go on such a way, it means that it has reached a glass ceiling in such a way that there is no more further growth. It could be a growth in the professional aspect, but what will be the growth on myself, on my passionate life, on to my my time with my family. Then I came to a point that even though I started this profession as I love to do it as a passionate physiotherapist, but at the same time, that's not passion. I love to be a physiotherapist, but not the passion, because my passion is entirely different. I won't say I'm a passionate physiotherapist. I'm just love to be a physiotherapist. Got the difference? I'm not saying I'm wrong. But at the same time, as I said before, the old story that I was forced and compelled to be a physiotherapist, then I started getting a little bit of passion towards biomechanics. That is one of the subject which is about the physics of the body, physical mechanism of the body. I took that as a passion. And that is why I'm still pumping my body, to sculpt my body at all the aspects, Whereas, I came to a point that the profession that I'm in is not serving me anymore. Even though I love to be a physiotherapist, but I have started doing the physiotherapy job for the sake of doing, but not loving to do so much as how I started before. Got what I mean? So because at many instances, guys, we love to start so many things with so much of enthusiasm. But at the same time, as year goes, are we doing with the same enthusiasm as before? Knowing that we are hitting that glass ceiling, we hit the glass ceiling, but still we couldn't able to reach beyond, and still we couldn't able to live the life of what we are after, because I am after that freedom of life in terms of time, location, finance. If I couldn't achieve that in this 23 years of time, whether I can able to achieve that kind of life in another 10 years, in 20 years time, no way. Because as a successful people says always that a person can achieve that financial freedom in 8 to 10 years time. If not, then they must review and pause and review and change if necessary the direction where they are heading to, which I haven't done. The reason because of so much of limited belief which I got attached to in my past. That's put it aside. Whereas I started realizing that even though I started love to be a physiotherapist, but I got stuck in what I'm doing by saying that I was doing for the sake of doing, not with complete intention. Then that is the moment I started realizing that it is time to change, because I have a very clear vision for another 20 years. And if I'm doing what I was doing before for another 10 years, for another 20 years, then definitely I will not be in a position to live that kind of dreamful life. That is where I started realizing that it is time to bring a change. If I keep doing what I'm doing, what I was doing before, I will end up in doing for the sake of doing, not doing for the achieving my vision. Got what I mean? Yeah, you got it what I mean, right? So that is where I determined myself, I desired myself to learn something new. And by means of that, Last year, February, I started involving myself into the online business, and I surrounded myself with like optimistic and success minded people, and followed by that in 10 months of time I achieved the time freedom which I haven't achieved in the past 23 years. I'm not blaming a physiotherapy profession. I'm no way blaming a physiotherapy profession. It is what it is. But I'm here to live the life more with the complete freedom, with my family. Go and explore the world to show the possibilities of the human being, not as an human doing. Because we all, but most of the time, we all, because of so much of limited belief, we end up in living a life or surviving with a mentality of human doing. Do all the time. But I am not. I determined myself that I'm here to change myself from human doing to human being, and I'm here not to settle for doing what for the sake of doing. Rather, I'm here to do the things which energizes me, which excites me each and every single day. Every single day. That is how I'm living now. Since November, once after I achieved my time freedom, because I quit my job which I was doing before for the past 23 years non-stop in different countries. And then afterwards I completely became an online full-time entrepreneur. And by means of that, nowadays I'm living the life every single moment, every single day. I'm getting so much of energy and excitement in doing what I'm doing, not for the sake of doing, because it's getting energy. It's getting more vibe, more energy, more learning. And more I can see myself that I'm getting passionately obsessed towards what I'm doing, because what we are doing is not so important. What we are becoming is so important here. I repeat again, as Jim Rohn says, what is so important in our life is not what we are doing, what we are becoming. And the true happiness is not with what we are doing, it's not with what we have. And the true happiness, as Jim Rohn says, the true happiness is what we are becoming, how we are progressing. That is what the real happiness is. So I found out that. And by finding that, now every single moment, every single day, I'm getting that much of energy, getting that much of vibe and the pump and the push to grow and progress. And I can feel myself, because it can't be shared much, guys. It can be only experienced, but still I'm just here to share with you. You can feel that the most only if you experience it. Even though I can share it to you now, you can feel the most only when you experience it personally. In that way, if you are doing the things whatever you're committed to, if you feel that you're doing the things, it is not energizing you, it is draining you, it is not exciting you, rather it is frustrating you, means you are doing for the sake of doing. Rather, if you're doing the things which is energizing you, which is exciting you, which is making you feel the progress, and you are becoming the best and the unique in your life, and you are becoming the best and the unique version of you, it means that keep doing what you're doing. If not, if you feel tired at the end of the day by doing what you're doing, if you feel tired mentally, it means that it is saying to you that you are doing for the sake of doing, not that is not the one which is serving you. You are serving it. Got it what I mean? So it means you will not be doing the thing with your 100% of potential. You will be doing the thing only with your 40% of your potential. You might be working hard. I am not no way denying that. You might be working hard. You might be keeping yourself busy. Busy doesn't mean productive. Got it what I mean? If you are busy, it doesn't mean productive. If you are working hard, it doesn't mean productive. If you are doing with your complete fulfillment, excitement, energy, because it's mutually transforming the energy by you doing, and that what you're doing also gives you the energy and excitement. That transformation, if it happens, if that energy transformation it happens, that is what the thing which is going to make you productive in your life. If you do the things what for the sake of doing, that is not going to make you productive. Rather, it is just going to make you get stuck, and it is going to make you get busy all the time, and you will end up in doing for the sake of doing only. So in that case, guys, it is time. If you ever feel in your life that you are stuck, or if there is no growth, or if you're feeling frustration, if you're feeling more tired, or if you're feeling that you are all the time busy, or if you end up in saying that I don't have time, it means that it is a time to pause, review, and if necessary, change it, flip it. That's what I did, and from that moment, my life completely changed. Every single day, right from the morning until the evening, I'm working hard on myself, and by means of that, now I have a very clear, specific vision for another 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years, because I know where I'm heading to. And also, at certain vision, we have preponed it as well. Say, for example, our full-time travel. We had a plan of going for full-time travel at the age of 65, but now we are preponed to 45, the age of 45, that is 2024 itself. It is all possible only by means of we realizing ourselves, pause on what we are doing, and if necessary, bring a change and make a change, and that is where you end up in living your life, because I am experiencing it. Because that is where my life started changing, and still it's changing, still I'm evolving, but at the same time I know where I'm heading to. I'm having a very clear, specific, and compelling vision. Clear, concise, and compelling vision, and I've been doing the things what is necessary to do energetically and excitingly, consistently, and committed towards that, and by means of that I'm progressing. And I'm getting the same sort of fulfillment in helping other people also who is having the same drive and same hunger as me through my online business too. So if it is necessary, and if you are doing for the sake of doing, it is time to pause, practice self-awareness, realize if it is necessary, change it, and surround yourself with like optimistic and success minded people, and that is where your life changes. At any stage and at any age you can do it, because if I can do, you also can do it. Live the life to the fullest, and let's all succeed together. Bye bye.